pass catchers, guys that are better blockers? How do you kind of view the room?
Yeah, I think we got multifaceted guys. I think we got a bunch of guys that can do a lot of different things. You know, you look at CJ and Danny. I think you watch them. They're really, really talented players when they put their hand in the ground. And I think that's a unique skill set for tight ends in 2024. You don't find that a lot. They're long, they're strong, they're good at the point of attack. And then, you know, you talk about Robbie and Cuevas and what they can do with the ball in their hands and running around and being able to play a little more off the ball type guys. You know, I think we got multifaceted guys that can do a lot of different things. And, you know, it's our job as coaches to put them in those scenarios to where they can go be successful.
DeBoer's offense obviously gets a lot of notoriety for its passing, but with the running back stable that this team has and with Jalen Milroe in the backfield, how well is this group at run blocking and setting the edge and things like that?
Well, you know, I think with what Coach DeBoer's done in the past and in the different places he's been, I think it shows you how good of a coach he is that they were able to use the players that they had. You know, if you got a first-round draft pick quarterback, a couple highly drafted wideouts, what are you going to do? You know, your job is to win the football games. You know, I think, and we're going to do the same thing here. You figure out who your best players are, what do they do well, and let's put the ball in their hands to go make plays. That's what coaching offense and calling plays and game planning, that's what it's about. And we got a really big O-line that's strong and physical and that can move people. We got really good backs. We got good wideouts. We got good tight ends. So I think that's what is unique about where we are, is I think we can be balanced and go do some special things, but being able to do a lot of different things.
It's Robbie's fourth year. How has he been kind of from a leadership standpoint as one of the older guys in the room?
Good. You know, he does everything right. Robbie he works hard. He does a great job in school. He just graduated. You know, the thing that Robbie's probably more of a leader by showing how he does things. And I think he's done a really good job up to this point of continuing to do that. And I think, you know, the biggest thing about being a leader is you got to have success on the field. You know, if you're the last guy in line or not one of the guys that's out there playing, it's hard to lead. It's just the way it works. And, you know, Robbie's going to have success on the field, and his leadership role will only grow, in my opinion.
You mentioned Josh. How crucial has his experience in this offense been to the tight end room this month?
Well, shoot, not just the tight end room, to his tight end coach. When you're talking about a guy that's played in it for the last 2 years, you know, I'm not a guy that comes here and pretends like I know everything. When a guy that's been in the bullets and, you know, been in the fire of playing in this offense, I've leaned on him heavily. You know, he's brilliant. He's a really smart kid. So you'd be a fool not to use him. And he's willing to share his knowledge. And I think that's what's been most beneficial to the room, is that he's willing to kind of speak up to people and say, you know, yeah, this is what your coach would do, but this is kind of how it plays out in the game. And I think that's been huge for the players.
What's the biggest thing maybe he taught you or that you've learned about the tight end's roles in this offense?
Well, I don't know this what he taught me. I think just being in the offense through spring ball and through fall camp now is just the multifaceted versatility that we got to have as a tight end. You know, you just never know. We're lined up at number 1 at times. We're lined up at 2. We're lined up at 3. We got our hand in the ground. We're off the ball. We're backside. We're point of attack. When you look up and you play a scrimmage that's 105 plays, and you look up and we've done everything a tight end can do, and pass protection and running the football and catching the ball and vertical routes and quick game and across the field. I mean, it's, you know, to me, if you play tight end and you want to be able to put your skill sets on film, the Alabama offense is where you come to do that. And I think that's what's fun about playing this position.
What have you seen from Josh Cuevas since you've been here?
Kind of like we talked, you know, he's a really smart kid. Obviously having the experience of playing in the offense, playing for, you know, his tight end coaches here as well. So it's not just experience in the offense, it's experience with his coach as well. And so, and his willingness to share that. You know, some guys, sometimes you know, you're fighting for jobs, you're fighting for positions. There can be some insecurities with that at times, and he's got none of that. He knows how good he is. He knows the things that he can do, and he's willing to help the younger players, you know, evolve and when they get their turn to go be successful as well.